Good morning, students. Today, I would like to explain the role and significance of agriculture marketing and recent agriculture marketing reforms announced by the government. Now, role of agriculture marketing here, in any market, group of people are involved like consumers, farmers, middlemen, and government. Here, agriculture marketing played a vital role regarding resource use, farm income, increase in national income, creation of utility, widening of markets, growth of agri-based industries, and employment creation. Now, I'll explain one by one. I'll present the PPT.
Agriculture played a vital role in developing countries like India. In 1951, 52, 72.1% of the working population was engaged in agriculture and its allied activities. If you focused on 2011-12 data, here also nearly half of the working population engaged in agriculture, that is 48.9% people were engaged in agriculture and its allied activities, right? Here, when we focused on welfare of various people, various categories of people like farmers, consumers, middlemen, agriculture marketing played a dominant role. Consumers get maximum satisfaction or maximum welfare through marketing activity. When they will get maximum welfare, in the sense here, consumers' needs and desires are satisfied if the supply of commodities with minimum prices, they will get maximum satisfaction. This is only possible when markets are efficient. Suppose in case of middlemen, more would be the involvement of middlemen when the development of marketing system. Middlemen wish to obtain maximum margin for their marketing services, and farmers will get maximum profits or benefits or maximum prices by sale of output. So an efficient marketing system would always direct towards bringing the welfare of all these categories of people like consumers, producers or farmers, middlemen, traders, whoever may be involved in all these activities. Let us take one quotation or definition given by D.S. Sidhu. D.S. Sidhu studied on farmers regarding the prices of rice. D.S. Sidhu revealed that farmers obtained only about 53% of price of rice and 31% goes to middlemen and remaining 16% marketing cost. So here farmers will obtain only 53%, remaining goes to middlemen and other agencies. Role of agricultural marketing. Here, optimization of resource use and output management played a vital role in agriculture marketing. Here, an increase in marketable surplus is made possible by reducing losses arising out of inefficient or lack of processing units, storage, and transportation facilities. So here, an efficient marketing system can also contribute to increase in marketable surplus by optimum utilization of resources, and it leads to greater output. Coming down to next point, increase in farm income. So an efficient or good marketing system leads to higher levels of income for the farmers by reducing too many middlemen and other malpractices. Here, good system provides better prices or good prices for farm products or agriculture products. Here, farmers invest their profits or surpluses for purchasing farm inputs. It leads to productivity and production may increase. Here, productivity per person or farmer will increase. When productivity per farmer increases, automatically total production may also increase in the economy. So this leads to an increase in marketed surplus and income of the farmers. So in earlier class, we have discussed marketable surplus and marketed surplus. Next, third important point, widening of markets. Good marketing system widens the market for the products by taking the products to remote areas within the country or interior areas within the country and outside the country. So the market helps in increasing demand for products, farm products or agriculture products, and it leads to higher income to the producer or farmer. Coming down to growth of agro-based industries. Agro-based industries means those industries depending on agriculture sector. Example, jute, cotton, sugar, edible oils. So here an efficient system of agriculture marketing helps in the growth of agro-based industries like cotton textile industries, sugar industries, edible oil industries, jute industries, which depend on agriculture for the supply of raw materials. Next, employment creation. The marketing system provides employment to millions and millions of persons engaged in various activities like packing, transportation, storage, and processing. So here, persons like traders, agents, retailers, hamals, wholesalers are directly engaged in the market. Addition to national income. Here, marketing activities add to value to the product and automatically increases gross national product and net national product. Creation of utility. Form utility, place utility, time utility, and possession utility. There are 4 utilities. First, here marketing add cost to the product, but at the same time it add utility to the product. Form utility. The processing function adds form utility to the product by changing the raw material into a finished product. Here raw materials changed into finished product is it will get some shape or form utility. For example, through processing, oil seeds are converted into oil, sugarcane into sugar, cotton into cloth, wheat into flour and bread. Second utility, place utility. The transportation function adds place utility to the agriculture products by shifting agriculture products from one place to another place. Products or agriculture products command high prices at the place of requirement of the product. Those who have more requirement than the less requirement. Time utility. Storage function adds time utility to the products by making them available at the time when they are needed. And the last one, possession utility. The marketing function of buying and selling helps in the transfer of ownership from one person to another. Products are transferred through marketing to persons having higher utility from persons having lower utility. The food grains marketing system is more important in India than other agricultural commodities because food grains occupy 2/3 of gross cropped area and 40% of value of output in our country. Food grain marketing provides income to the Indian farmers, and it also provides livelihood to lakhs of traders, agents, and other persons engaged in trade. And it also helps in providing food for consumers and fodder for livestock. Significance of agricultural marketing or importance of agriculture marketing. Here, when we focused on new farm technology, high yielding variety seeds or irrigation facilities, agricultural finance and credit, in the form of all these, in the form of green revolution, either first phase or second phase of green revolution, white revolution or blue revolution and yellow revolution, we have achieved self-sufficiency in agriculture and allied sectors. As far as food grains output is concerned, the total production increased from 50.8 million tons in 1950-51 to 265 million tons in 2013-14. Meanwhile, agriculture production increases step by step. Here, agriculture production increased from 50.8 million tons in 1950-51 to 187 million tons in the 8th plan and further increased to 202.9 million tons in the 9th plan. Food grains production touched the record level of 265 million tons in 2013-14. Here students, this is the highest level ever recorded in the country. Very, very important. Now farmers are producing agriculture products for international marketing. The consumption of fertilizers, pesticides is continuously increases. There is a growing demand for improved seeds, machinery, irrigation, and agriculture finance, etc. All these are input marketing. All these trends in modern agriculture are increasing continuously, either in first phase of green revolution or in second phase of green revolution. The scope of agriculture marketing also increases. Here, how prices are determined, how agriculture prices are determined. Suppose let us take on x-axis agricultural output, on y-axis prices. S is market supply and D is market demand. Where supply and demand are intersect at one place, prices are determined. That is also called market equilibrium. So here, prices are determined based on the intersection of both market demand and market supply for the agriculture commodities in the market. Means here at P1, both farmers and consumers are willing to take and willing to buy the products. willing to take the price and willing to take the products. So here prices give signals to the producers with regard to what products to be produced and in what quantities. If marketing activity is developed, demand for goods increases. As a result of demand for goods increases, production of goods also increases. Due to increased production, the demand for inputs also increases. Here, how can we derive demand for inputs? When increase in demand for output increases, then automatically demand for inputs also increases. So that input marketing has to be strengthened. Subject matter of agricultural marketing. Here, more than 50% of population engaged in agriculture and its allied activities, and most of the total cultivable land, approximately 76% is under food grains and pulses. And agriculture supplies raw materials to various categories of industries like cotton, textile industries, jute, sugar industries, etc. Here, an efficient marketing system minimizes costs and benefits of all sections of society. Here, all categories of people engaged in marketing system like producers, consumers, middlemen and traders and even government. Here, in case of producers want to maximum possible price for their surplus or agriculture production, and similarly they want to get lowest possible price for their inputs. So here maximum profit with lowest price for inputs. Consumers also played a vital role. Here consumers always get things at lowest possible price. How middlemen and traders will get profits? Here they are interested in marketing system which provides increasing income from sale and purchase of agriculture commodities. And the government also played a dominant role, and it safeguards to all sections of people. It tries to provide maximum share to producer in the consumer's rupee regarding producers. Regarding consumers' point of view, it provides required quality to the consumer at lowest price or good quality at lowest price. And regarding middlemen and traders' point of view, enough margin to middlemen and traders. So here, all these people engaged in agricultural marketing. Here I have given one question for assignment. Explain the role and significance of agriculture marketing. Submit it within a week.
Well, students, here recent agriculture marketing reforms announced by our government. Our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has announced agriculture marketing reforms that would benefit both farmers and consumers. Here, under COVID-19 package, the government announced 1.63 lakh crore outlay for the agricultural sector. And our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced major agricultural reforms during COVID-19 crisis that will help farmers trade freely and get better prices. With the 3 major agricultural marketing reforms, the government finally bites the bullet. This quotation noted by famous agricultural economist Ashok Gulati. According to him, it's a bold reform and it shows that the government wants to convert this COVID-19 crisis into an opportunity for farmers. And here there are three major reforms announced by the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Deregulation of agricultural commodities from Essential Commodities Act, and second major reform, imposition of stock limits only during emergencies, and next one, giving marketing choice to farmers and allowing private participation will benefit both farmers and consumers. Here, a new law will be framed to give farmers the option to choose the market where they want to sell their produce by removing interstate barriers and providing e-trading of agriculture produce. These reforms were announced by our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. And another one more interesting article published in Hindu. Majority of the people depending on agriculture, this is clearly visible here. According to rural economist Himanshu, quoted that because of the COVID lockdown, large number of population have gone back to rural areas, and apart from MG Narega, there is not much work to be had apart from agriculture. And CMIE data shows that 111.3 million people declared their occupation as farming in 2019-20. By March 2020, this had increased to 117 million, and now it further increased to 130 million in June. So there is never any loss of employment in farming. Students, I gave one question, role and significance of agriculture marketing. Submit within a week. And next class, types of agriculture marketing. Thank you.